Here's a quick look at everything that I'm going to be using for the electricity project. I'm not an electrician, so I don't 100% know everything that I'm going to be needing, but I just went with what I thought I'd need, and if I need more later, I can buy it. This big long copper wire right here, or rod rather, this is called a grounding rod. Now you stick it in the ground and you pound it down, and this grounds your electricity to the earth so you don't have any fires. I also got a box of nails, an outdoor outlet. This outdoor outlet will be nice when I get it installed, but it is weatherproof, so I can put this outside the house and run I don't know, a charger for something. I'm not exactly sure what I'll be using it for yet, but it's great to have it in case I do end up needing it. These are wood staples, or cable staples, sorry. So these are cable staples. You put them up against your wire and you tap them in and it holds everything in place. I got 100 of them. I don't know how many I'll need, but 100 sounded like a good number to me. I also got lots of boxes. These are light switch boxes. And these are power outlet boxes. And I also got 2 double boxes because I didn't know if maybe I'd want to do a double in my kitchen and in my living room. I think that'd be a good idea. I went with paddle switches for the light switch just because I think they look better. I don't know, I'm a little different. But I like the paddle switches, so that's why I got these. These are ceiling light mounts. I'm going to be putting 3 different ceiling lights in, one for my bedroom / living room, and the other 2 will be for the bathroom and the kitchen. I also purchased a 10-pack of commercial duplex outlets. So these will sit inside of these boxes, just like so, and they will be wired in. Here are all the clamps for the sub panel. So when I run the wires through, I can clamp everything down nice and tight so it doesn't move or slip or cause any fires. I got 3 different sizes because I didn't know what I'd need, but there's a couple options, so I'm all set for that. This is a ground rod clamp. So I bought a ground rod. This will clamp to the ground rod, and my ground wire will also clamp into it. And this will keep everything nice and grounded, again, so we don't have any fires. And then electric tape. I don't think I'm going to be using this for anything but holding the wires in place, but it's good to have just in case you need it. Everything you see here I got from Menards. You should be able to find all this stuff at Menards if you look hard enough. This is a Square D sub panel. It is rated for 125 amps. I got 20 amp fuses, also by the same brand, Square D. It's got the connector where you connect to these connection points, and this little tab back here slides into this mounting rail. You can see I already have 2 in there, but when I go to put the last one in, you just slide it in like that, push it forward, and push it down, and it clicks in. And now you have a breaker. Over here, I've got some conduit to run this wire through, so that way it's nice and weatherproof. This could probably be put in the ground without this, but I'd rather have the extra protection than not need it, than not have the extra protection and end up needing it. So this is just conduit. This will slip on the outside of this wire, which will be ran outside too. This is, I should have flipped this over before, but this is 12-2. It's a good wire for any house, pretty much. It's maybe even a little bigger than I need, but I'd rather future-proof everything and just spend the extra money than regret it later. Here is copper ground wire. I got 25 foot of it. Again, maybe more than I needed, but I'd rather have more than not enough. But this will be run to the copper ground pole. And that's about all that I had to get. We'll see if I need more, but I think this will be enough to get us started. So I drew out a plan, and don't mind my messy handwriting and terrible drawing skills. This is the south wall with the door and the windows. This is where I want to add outlets and a light switch. I want to have an outlet within 6 feet of each other at all times if I can help it. So if this is 20 feet long, each space is a foot. And I planned out where things are going to go roughly. I mean, yeah, it's not to scale, but it works as a good rough drawing. The west wall is going to be pretty boring. This will be like the wall for my living room. And there will be just 3 outlets. And on the other side, we have the north and the east wall. So this is opposite the door. You'll see my wires run through. This will be ran off the bedroom fuse. This will be run off the kitchen fuse, and this will be run off the bathroom fuse, or breaker, sorry. I use breaker and fuse interchangeably, but I know that there is a difference. But yeah, each one will be ran off of its own breaker, so I'll have 3 in total. These solid lines are where I'm going to be putting walls for the bathroom and the kitchen. We'll leave 10 feet for a bedroom, so a 10-foot bedroom, a 5-foot kitchen, and a 5-foot bathroom. That equals 20 in the end, 20 feet. I'm going to have to cut a few inches off here and there because, I mean, when you put drywall in, you lose like maybe 6 inches of your original measurements. But yeah, so it's drawn out to 20 feet. And the east wall is where we're going to have the breaker box. There's going to be a hole in the wall where it's going to run outside, and each breaker is going to run to its own respective room with more outlets. And here's the worst part, the receipt. I put tape over the MasterCard numbers and stuff because I don't know. I've heard some stories of people getting in trouble because they put their number on the internet. So I just put some tape over it, so don't mind that. Between the 2 trips I had to make to get all this stuff, I spent $331.76 my first trip. And my second trip, I spent $197.32. This is in American dollars. If you want to pause the video and see the exact price for everything, go ahead. I don't really know how to read all these little fancy words, but you might be able to figure out what they are and what they go with. So if we add the 2 totals together, so that's 331.76 plus 197.32. It was $529.08 for all the items I needed to do the electricity. And I might need more, so that might not be the set number. Plus the price of the home, which was $9,280. I don't have exact numbers, but I'm just going to guess that I spent around $1,500 on furniture. So far to date, my total is $11,309. It's gonna keep going up as we do more. Stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next one.